Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia up here in Canada. So if this is one of your first times joining me, welcome. If you're on my YouTube, make sure that you're subscribed, give the hit the bell and you'll get notified immediately. And also if you're through my Facebook, my group, you'll have to let StreamYard know who you are. Otherwise, I don't know who's jumping on, but I can always find that out afterwards. And if you're in my group, welcome. I'm so glad. So tonight is my, every Thursday night, I go on and I do my Now What series. I pick something from the studio that maybe I'm going to show you a different way of using it. I'm hoping that I can inspire you to do something with it. And I called this one tonight I'm calling it a twofer. And I'm kind of a miss because I don't show this on YouTube at all. And that's the Stampin' Scrub and also the Stampin' Mist. Now, they've changed this over the years, but it's all generally the same thing. It's the same I think it's the same stuff that they use. I'm going to be using my little tiny one, which you can tell from here. I just keep refilling this one. It's more readily available to me, but I keep this actually over on my other desk. And a lot of times in videos, I've gone ahead and I said I condition my stamps. When I'm on live, I use my chamois. I don't like the looks. Oh, and let me just bring this back down over here. I don't like the looks of a chamois. I don't like how dirty it is. And sometimes when you go to clean it out, there's a transfer of ink onto your hands and everything else. But in a quick thing, it's great. And then I turn around afterwards and I condition all my stamps. And how I condition my stamps is by using this Stampin' Mist. I just want to explain a couple of things with this. This, if you had never seen this, and probably some of you new people have not seen this, but up in the corner here, and I don't know if you can see it, there's some drip marks. That means that's the moist side. And then it has a sun on it up in the corner, and that means the dry side. So you can take the Stampin' Scrub, and you can just get this all moist, and then you can just take and clean your stamp. So let me just grab a stamp. And I can show you how it can be done. This is that bouquet one. So all you would do is then just clean it on this side, and then you dry it off on this side. And honestly, when it comes to a rubber stamp, it's one of the best things to clean. And then you can leave this open to dry it out. But the other thing that's really nice about these is these come out and you can just run them underwater. But what I wanted to show you that, but the thing that I really want to show you tonight with this Now What is that we can use this to get a different effect. And I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. I haven't done this in ages. I don't know if you would even call it a technique. I guess you would. But there's always something new that you can do. Oh, you haven't noticed this. This, I could show you one of the original ones, and it is, I'm trying to think here. It's it's a lot, it's smaller, and it doesn't stay together, but in any event, it's great because you can clean with it. And like I say, you can pull these out and you can run them underwater and then just sort of put them up on the edge to dry. You can do something with this one too as well. All right, so I want to show you something that we can go ahead and make. And it'll just give you kind of a different look. Like I say, I'm not going to use, the Stampin' Mist comes in this big bottle with the spray thing. I just find it a little cumbersome, so I just use my old Stampin' Mist bottle. You can tell how old that is just because it's green. And my original one had a blue label on it. So it just shows you, I would say it's over 15 years old anyways. So I always had mine and I always made sure I cleaned it. So with this particular technique or thing that we're doing is I'm going to be using Daisy Garden. I'm also using these deckled rectangles tonight, and we're going to use these fancy frames, and I'll show you how we go about doing that. So let me just bring up all my stuff that I've got. We're using some pretty funky colors tonight. We're going to use Parakeet Party. We're also going to use Pacific Point. Don't those two colors look absolutely gorgeous together? I really, really like how they look together. So I've gone ahead, and this is the third size of the deckled rectangles, and that's these ones here. Do you remember those old deckled scissors? This is kind of fun to play with this. And then we'll play with the other one. So I have my cardstock, my Parakeet Party. I've got it 5.5 by 8.5, and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And we'll just come in with my bone folder. Like I say, this is just an extra thing that you can do with it. I'm going to put this on there, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put where I'm going to put my ribbon. So I'm just going to leave that for now. And then I have a piece for the inside of the card. So on this deckled one, what I want to do is I want to come in with my Parakeet Party. I want to come in also with my Pacific Point. And, you know, honestly, I can say I have not used Pacific Point as much as I have since that ocean, the Ocean Designer Series paper came in. All right, so I've got my Pacific Point, and we're going to use our blending brushes. So let's go ahead. I'm using the lid, starting off the paper. And I just want to get some of this blended on here. And wait till you see these two colors together. They're so pretty. All right, so my brush for my Pacific Point. And I like with the deckled, what happens with the deckled things, it gives a little bit darker on the edge of your paper because it's kind of roughed up, right? All right. And like I say, we always want to start off the edge. And we want to also make sure, I've got quite a bit on here. I tend to be a light sponger, but it really does look good when it's darker. All right. Now let's put a little tiny bit of blue up here, maybe just along the edge. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to close those up because I think I've already put my elbow into them. Now, you have to be kind of picky on the stamps that you're going to use with this particular one. This Bouquet of Thanks would have worked, but it didn't show up as much as what this Daisy one did. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this Daisy punch, hello, all the way from New South Wales. Wales? No, New South. It's in Australia. I know that. Anyways, all right. In order to do this particular thing that I'm going to do with this, you're going to need some Versamark. So I'm just going to take my Versamark and I'm going to stamp up my stamp. I'm not sure exactly where it's all going to go, but we're just going to take it like this. And then I'm going to take my Stampin' Mist. And, you know, I've got this is just a cover from the outside of a Designer Series paper. And because I'm using the mist, I kind of want to protect my surface there. You know what? I'm going to go back in with that Versamark there. Okay. Then I'm going to take my Stampin' Mist and we're just going to spray this. I know, sounds weird, doesn't it? All right, so I've taken this, and this is just going to go down on here, and I don't want it to get saturated, so I'm just going to put it like that. Coming in with some copy paper. I guess you could use your Stamparatus. It was just too much moisture to go in the Stamparatus is what my thought was. Whoops. And then it does this. Now, I know this doesn't look too impressive at this point, but what happens with this is because of the Versamark and because of the Stampin' Mist, it almost works like bleach. It removes some of that stuff on there, and then it kind of just leaves that. And see how pretty that is? And honestly, it bubbles a little bit. It's like a chemical reaction with it. It's really kind of cool. So then I thought, you know, I could do this. We could just go ahead and put this on the card like this. You know, I didn't get a sentiment, but I'm going to get a sentiment to go on here. But it's so cool. Like, I really wish that you could see how that really, it, like I say, it works like a bleach, but it just picks little spots that it comes off. Now, when I was playing and I just went and I grabbed another die, I saw these beautiful fancy frames. So what I had done was I had gone ahead and I had done the same thing, and I went and I cut that out. So you could do a lot of different things with it. That would give you a really nice framed. It's really pretty, but I'm just actually going to leave it like this because I want you to see that whole effect on there. So maybe we'll play with this another Thursday night. All right, so I also have, I'm going to want some ribbon on here. And this is that soft sea foam ribbon, which is in the new J to D mini catalog. And it's like a bias ribbon, but I thought this would be really nice. There's also this ribbon we could use. And then there's also this beautiful white shimmery ribbon. But I'm going to see how this works with the Parakeet Party blends. Oh, you know what? That's going to work. It's going to work great. And, you know, I didn't even think of a sentiment for this. That was kind of crazy. What kind of a sentiment do we want to go on there? Do we want to put, let's see, we could do a birthday one. We could do, trying to think what kind of a sentiment to work. Oh, you know what would have been really good, and I can't remember the names of it. Yes, I am actually going to do this. Have you seen the Stepping Stones? It's a beautiful inspirational stamp set. So I'm actually going to use that. So I'm going to come in with my oh dear. I say I didn't think of a sentiment. There we go. So I have a piece here, and some of these sentiments are really nice together. An obstacle is often a stepping stone. I really like that one. This one's kind of fun. Wrinkles should merely indicate where smiles have been. And follow your own star and dream no small dreams, for they have no power to move the hearts of men. There's some really, really pretty ones. So geez, now can you see how that's starting? How you can see that? It's so pretty. All right, so I'm going to actually do this. An obstacle is often a stepping stone is the one that I'm going to use. Now that just might be too big. Yeah, it's going to be too big. Maybe I'll do this green one. Let's see how big it is. Well, you know, I'm going to go back to that stepping stone one. And then I'm just going to put that onto a block. And I really think that this would show up really nice on with the Pacific Point. So let's go ahead and use that Pacific Point. Okay. I'm so glad you guys have joined me. If you do like this, make sure that you give me the thumbs up. But see how I love it when you can use something for something else. And like I say, it's always a good idea to season your stamps. Always a great idea to season your stamps. Okay, so let's just put this on like this. It's going to be a fairly plain card because we want to kind of keep that look together. Oh, is that ever? What a beautiful saying. Okay. And then I think what I can do is I can, do I want to fussy cut that? No, I don't. Nothing like doing it on the fly, right? You know, when I get up in the morning, I never know what I'm going to do at night. I have ideas. This completely came together by accident. I knew about this technique. Like I say, I've done this technique many times. So, all right. So we have some of this. Oh, but that blue ribbon would be nice with that too. You know what? And I kind of think we don't have Pacific Point blends, but we do have the Starry Sky. Let's go ahead and, when you're coloring with this particular on this ribbon, just be very careful, because if you do it too hard, you're going to wreck the brush on there. I'm just coloring that. Like I say, it's going to be a pretty plain card, but all right. You know what? I think I can put the ribbon below that. So let's go ahead and put this on. I'm so glad you guys have joined me. I don't know if you noticed the other, oh my goodness, the other night or the other day, I was supposed to go live on my YouTube. And what happened? Oh, you know what? I took my other glue. I went and I took it upstairs. We're having a team meeting on the weekend, and I wanted my glue to be there. Everything all together for our shoebox swaps that we're doing on Saturday. Should be a fun time. We haven't been together in one another's company for quite a while, so let's do this. Like I say, Parakeet Party, Pacific Point, beautiful colors together. This also goes really nice with the Starry Sky too. Then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to, I think we'll put that, see what that looks like. And then this can come around it. Right, so let's see how that is. And you know what? I think what I can do is I can tie a bow with that. Let's see how that's going to work. When you use Stampin' Blends on your ribbon, it makes your ribbon a little coarser. It's really good idea to tie it when it's wet still, because it's kind of a little bit easier to tie. But all right, now I wanted to put that in there and I didn't. All right, so I'm just going to put this in, tie that bow, and see how this works. Right, and I want to put this ribbon in there. You know what? I'm just going to do a double bow. It's probably not big enough, that piece. All right, so this is going to go on there, and then we can just tie a knot with this particular one. Now, when you do see these trolls on here, you can turn around and you can block them and report them. It's easier. I don't get to report them until after, but you on there can turn around and report them. See, they always come on. It's disgusting, actually. Just disgusting what they put on there. There we go. Like, honestly, we're women and why would we want to be in those kind of sites, right? Anyways, a lot of wasted time. All right, so this is just going to go. Oh, that's so pretty. I really wish you could see this, how pretty it really is. And I think it depends on the different colors. I actually, I didn't like, and I can show you a couple of them that I'd done. I like it better with the double color. I had done one with the Orchid Oasis, and I'd done it with that bouquet one, and it didn't turn out as well. It didn't work too bad with the polished pink, but here's the Orchid Oasis with a thicker one. And see how that, it does it's really kind of a different sort of thing that it does do. I don't know what's in that chemical, but there's obviously something in there that acts like a bleach. But it's safe for your stamps. So that's always a good thing. All right, so let's put some dimensionals on there. Pretty simple card. But just to show you the technique, right? Or what you can do with it. Stampin' Mist. All right. Put that on with a glue dot. So if you're living in Canada, we also have our catalog launch for the JDD mini catalog. I have catalogs. If you don't have a demonstrator and you live in Canada, I can send you a catalog. Beautiful catalog, and a celebration next month. Like, wow. And to join the community, oh, just an amazing kit that you can get with that as well. I'm going to just put that down there. It's going to kind of just have the blue. It's not sticking there. Oh, it's on me. That's why. Let me just put this down. Let's get another glue dot on there. All right. Let's see. And then what's going to finish these off are those amazing matte dots. And they'll go so well with this particular color. Oh, I love that saying. All right, so like I say, I could have gussied this up by putting this on top there. That might have looked quite nice. Actually would have looked really nice. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to leave it. I have another piece like this, so I think I could go ahead and put that on there. But wouldn't that look pretty behind there? All right, so we also have these dots. And these dots here, even though they're not the right colors, they are going to look just fine on here. So let's see, where's my take your pick tool? There we go. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to use my Parakeet Party ones. And then I'm going to actually come in with my Starry Sky. And you know what? Oh, thank you very much, Brenda. I really appreciate that. It's unfortunate, but I can't block it. I can block it, but I can't report them until after. All right, so let's just put some of these down here. There. Pretty plain card, but nice and bright. Like I say, that would have looked kind of cool on there too. Anyways, I just wanted to show you that thing. So now, what do you think of the Stampin' Mist? Instead, haul it back out. You wouldn't have thought of putting those colors together. I put almost every color together now. I mean, it's getting, these new colors are great, but they go so well with the other colors as well. All right, so just to review that, we used the Daisy Garden stamp, and of course I used it with I sprayed Versamark. I put Versamark on there, and I used my Stampin' Mist on there, and that is what gave me, like I say, it's kind of a bleachy look, but not really a bleachy look, and it has a shimmer. It has quite the shimmer to it. Let's get in, and this is our Stampin' Mist. So now I went and I cleaned that. I looked for my dots up there. I can just spray this and it works great. The one thing that I would not use this for is I would not use it for stays on, and I would not use it for the white craft ink. Oh, really? Oh my goodness. It's so frustrating. Yeah, I bet Dawn was pretty upset as well when that happens. There's nothing you can do about it. They just keep coming back on, and I think they've got 3 or 4 hosts that do it. So that cleans it. Once I feel that this is dirty, I can just take this out and I can just run it underwater. So a twofer, right? A twofer. All right. So thanks for joining me. If you like that, give me the thumbs up. Make sure that you share my video. I really do appreciate it when you do share it. Another thing is on Saturday, because I'm having a team get together face to face. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. That I'm going to be doing my sketch challenge on Sunday at 10 o'clock, normal time that I do it. But yeah, isn't that pretty? Like different colors. Yes, very pretty. And it's kind of nice to match up the different ribbons and all that sort of stuff. Like I say, I could have done it a little fancier, but just something to show you how cool this technique really is. So Saturday, see you, or not Saturday for the card sketch. We'll see you on Sunday. Anyways, you guys have a great evening. Thanks for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget, also every Tuesday, I do my Technique Tuesday. You have to be a member of the group to download the technique sheet, but that's a lot of fun. And just let's start expanding our stamping just a little bit. Anyways, you guys have a great evening. Bye for now.